Hi everybody, welcome back to Toons Reviews. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite designer fragrances for fall and winter. So keep tuned. So it's really no surprise that I am a person who loves more complex fragrances for the most part, but I can really appreciate a well done designer scent that's just purely good for spraying on and getting some positive attention and getting the job done. You know, I'm not above that in any way, shape, or form. I love a good designer scent. In fact, I wish there were better designer scents out there, because there was a time when designer fragrances were like so good, so creative, so thought-provoking. You know, the original Dior Intense, Gucci Pour Homme 1 and 2. The list goes on, really. I mean, there was just so many wonderful scents that were available in the designer world. And today, we're starting to see a little bit more of a shift of like some creativity coming, but then it's kind of drowned out by the blue and the basic and you know. But there's functionality that comes along with those fragrances too. I'm not above that either, because I do love me some Dior Homme 2020. Can't really say much about it. It's just a wonderful functioning fragrance. That being said, once in a while, there's a brand that releases something where I've never really resonated with the brand in the first place, and then they surprise me, and then I'm very excited. One of those brands being Paco Rabanne. You know, when Paco Rabanne 1 Million Privé came out, I was ecstatic because I thought that was such a phenomenal scent. I've now gone through 4 or 5 bottles of it, and it's still one of my favorite designer scents. You know, I ended up really liking Lucky a lot. The 1 Million Parfum I liked a lot. So they started a streak. Another brand that I've never really particularly cared for was Armani. Armani fragrances were just never it for me. I didn't like Attitude. I didn't like Diamonds. I didn't like Acqua di Gio all that much. You know, I know blasphemy with Acqua di Gio stuff, because that's such a basic entry-level fragrance, but never cared for it. It smelled like toilet cleaner and Sprite mixed together, and I didn't care for it. So, I've always been reluctant to trying things from the brand in the past. Now, old me was very judgmental, but obviously now I try anything, and I'm excited to try anything, and it's all just a fun journey. This fragrance here was a blind buy for me because, frankly, it's fairly difficult to obtain. You see it come and go on discounters, and it becomes just a very difficult task to get a bottle of this. So, and I couldn't find it at my local Sephora or Macy's, so I was like, yeah, to hell with it, I guess I'll just buy it. And this is Armani's Stronger With You Intensely. And to me, this is such a pleasant surprise. So first of all, the presentation is so much more elevated than a lot of what their presentations are. I will say that I like the Acqua di Gio Profumo bottle, and even the original Acqua di Gio bottle is nice too. You know, that's a nice hefty, if you get the 100 ml bottle, it's a nice hefty presentation, and it's sleek, and it accomplishes what it, you know, what the fragrance is on the inside is what you would expect it to be by looking at the presentation. And the same goes for this. This is a kind of a old world, antique-y, brassy type of looking bottle, and the color of the fragrance inside, as well as the presentation, really does sort of go very well together. I mean, the fragrance is simplistic and fairly linear, and the presentation is simplistic and clear as to what it is that it's trying to accomplish. It's the same thing for the fragrance on the inside, which I think is very understated and underrated in the fragrance world. I think when the presentation and the fragrance itself match, it's a breath of fresh air. So, no tackiness going on with this. It's cut and dry. The bottle is very hefty and stronger with you. So let's talk about the notes and the fragrance and what I get out of it. So when I spray this on, I'm met with a very syrupy and slightly powdery toffee sort of praline concoction, and it's gorgeous, guys. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. The way the fragrance plays out on my skin, it ends up being this really, it's not overly sweet. It's kind of like got this briskness to it. It's got this slight woody abrasiveness to it as well. Very modern, woody sort of feeling to it. That also comes across as kind of a clean woods, but it does have some oomph. And it's just carrying this beautiful vanilla and toffee and caramel and praline sort of experience, and it is just so gorgeous. The fragrance is linear. What you spray on at the beginning is basically what you're gonna be left with at the end, minus it being a little bit sweeter at the beginning, and then towards the end being a little bit more woodsy and a little bit slightly more powdery. But this stuff is incredible. It's a head turner. People love this stuff. I've been wearing it for maybe 2 weeks straight, nearly 3. Wearing it to work, wearing it on little outings, around friends, around women, around whoever. And the consensus is that it's beautiful. It's a very attractive, sweet fragrance that people really do enjoy and will notice. Stuff lasts forever in a day, 10 plus hours, especially if you get on your clothes. Projects beautifully. The sillage is gorgeous. And I really do feel like this is a fragrance that you can wear pretty much any time in the fall or winter. So if you're looking for a gorgeous designer fragrance, I know this one's been talked about a ton, but I'm here kind of reaffirming that this is a beauty, and I highly recommend it for anyone out there that is a gourmand lover. So check out Armani's Stronger With You Intensely. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.